The Tao Te Ching Chapter 38. Eat fruit, not flowers. When Tao is lost, virtue takes over. When virtue is lost, goodness follows. When goodness goes, obligation rules. These are the husks, not the kernel. Eat the fruit, not the flowers. So, according to the Tao Te Ching, nature is above everything. Nature is above obligation, goodness. Let me see, what was the other one? Virtue. So virtue is like be brave, be grounded, be purposeful, be kind, be wise, be patient. Nature is above that because, in my opinion, always trying to be brave is not necessarily the healthiest thing to always be. There are times when it's more helpful to be careful. There's another Taoist book called The Art of War, and in The Art of War, there's many passages that really emphasize that the excellent general of war is extremely careful rather than just brave, brave, brave. And if, for example, one chapter, it goes into how much it costs to fight a war, how much money it costs, how many people will leave their families for how long, what effect this has on the country. And it's saying, look, a good general will not begrudge the cost of paying for a spy, getting some information about the enemy and spending some time looking at that instead of spending all this time focusing on the war. So saying, look, nature is above these things like carefulness, patience, generosity. People look at these things and say they're so great, but how do you know they're always great in every situation? There might be some situations where it's really not helpful to give to certain people. Even though you want to be giving and kind, it might not be the best, most harmonious, healthiest thing to do. In the same way, you might want to be patient, but there's times when it's not good to be patient. You gotta have limits with that. And so virtue takes over when nature is lost. And when virtue is lost, like generosity, kindness, bravery, you just try and be good, apparently. And then when goodness goes, you're obligated to do this and that. So these are the husks, not the kernel. Nature is above all of that. And it's saying, virtue is a good thing when you haven't got nature. But if you can have nature, that's even higher.